Gateway Gamers podcast.
Hi, welcome to the Gateway Gamers podcast. I'm Brian,
And I'm RP.
and this is a podcast where a veteran like me introduces the world of gaming to a noob.
Like me.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gateway Gamers, episode 2 of the Blockbuster Summer.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome. What's up, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just living life in the fast lane every single day. Things have been crazy. Get to see Sir Paul McCartney tomorrow, so that'll be nice. Unfortunately, in MetLife Stadium, which is a little bit of a drive for me, but it'll be worth it to see the late great. No,
Late great.
He's still alive. He's still alive. I'm sorry. I apologize. But yeah, I mean, how about you? How's everything?
Good. Everything's great. Just my summer vacation-ish is kind of starting. So work has been ramping down and done school for the summer. So I'm pumped. Like, I'm easy mode. I don't know. Like,
Lucky you.
yeah.
Lucky you. But yeah, things have been good. You know, not only, you know, if you're enjoying what we're doing here on Blockbuster Summer, head over to Previously Recorded. We're going to be we were discussing Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, which we are also discussing today.
That's right. If you see the title, we are doing Unmatched, Dr. Sattler versus the T-Rex, which is part of the Unmatched series of games. This would be considered an expand-alone set. You could play this by itself, or you can mix and match with other sets. So we're just getting right into it, huh?
Yeah, why not?
So Unmatched, this set was created in 2022. It plays for 2 players. It plays for about 20 to 40 minutes. Made by Mondo Games and Restoration Games. It's a hand management and miniatures game. So if you never played Unmatched, it's exactly why I like Funkoverse. You can mix different genres. So they have this set, which has the T-Rex and Dr. Sattler from Jurassic Park. They also have another Jurassic Park set. That's the Raptors versus InGen, which is the hunter
company.
and then his little buddies. They started making Marvel sets. So they have Luke Cage, Ghost Rider, Moon Knight in one set. They have there's a Bruce Lee like standalone.
So it's basically the Defender set for the Marvel stuff.
For the Marvel one, yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, then they just do weird stuff, which is all, a lot of the earlier sets were like unlicensed, or what's that called when you go to 100 years? After 100 years, it's free use.
You enter the public domain.
Yeah, public domain.
So
So
your
the
trademark wears away.
Yeah, so the one set is like Sherlock Holmes versus Dracula, the Invisible Man.
That's pretty cool.
Another set is Sinbad, Alice from Alice in Wonderland.
There's like a samurai in that too?
No, who is it? Who else is in that box?
So that's the one.
King Arthur, I think.
Spoiler alert, I've played Unmatched before with Brian. It was that version. We just on a game day we played it. It's an interesting game. I can say my enthusiasm is high to play this Jurassic Park one. But it's an interesting game.
Yeah,
I forget what that set was, but that's the one we played because I was Alice.
Yeah, it's
And
called
I
like
had
History of Battle or something, Volume 1. And I just remembered it's King Arthur, Alice from Alice in Wonderland, Sinbad from, I think, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and then the Medusa.
Okay.
And then there's a Volume 2, which has like Bloody Mary.
Yeah, there's
like
a bunch
weird.
of
It has
sets.
like weird. It has like
It's like,
really weird, cool characters.
It's like folklore and folksy characters. That's the ones that came out first, right?
Yeah. Now they're starting to get into
IP.
more IP. They have like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They have Jurassic Park, Marvel. Now they're dabbling in, and with some news we'll talk about later, they might be getting more IP. So
Yeah.
So it'll be exciting.
So give me a little bit of the back of the box.
Unmatched in battle, there are no equals. Anyone, anywhere, Unmatched is a fast-paced game of tactical combat between unlikely opponents. Choose your hero and use their unique deck and abilities to win the day. Mix up heroes and maps from other Jurassic Park Unmatched sets and let chaos reign. It's not too much flavor text for this specific set. That's just for Unmatched in general, but
yeah, it
gives you an idea.
It doesn't need that much setup. It's
a giant T-Rex figure.
Yeah, the figurine on this is beautiful. It's very cool. It's got that clay look. So you can paint it yourself,
Mm-hmm.
which I know a lot of people enjoy. We do not.
No.
I'm not talented enough to do that,
Yeah, I don't have the
and
time.
I don't think. No offense, I don't think you're talented
I
enough
am.
to paint.
I
Are
just don't
you?
have the time.
You
I
can
think I
paint?
could. Yeah, I could.
Could you, or you can?
I could. Whether it be good.
It's like with all the Marvel United
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like we see on Instagram that those are painted and they look great,
Yeah, yeah.
but
I could
I could
never.
never. No, I
Yeah.
could never.
My eyes would be all looking all over the place, all
Same, and I
wonky.
I don't think I'm steady enough to paint it that well either. People are very impressive.
Yeah.
So Jurassic Park is going on over at previously recorded, so I've been fully engulfed in the world of Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna, and Ellie Sattler and all that stuff. I saw the new one. Previously recorded is going to be talking about it soon, so you can check it out there. So like I'm fully like in Jurassic Park mode. So I was looking forward to playing this game, and then you were like, it's Unmatched, and I was like, I've played Unmatched before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping I changed my tune on it a little bit,
Okay.
and that this familiar IP. So when we played before, I was Alice, and I had the Jabberwocky.
Mm-hmm.
And the art is very cool.
Yeah, we'll talk about that for
It's
sure. Yeah.
beautiful. So I am looking forward to hopefully having this change my ways.
Okay. Well, let's go.
You want to go play?
Absolutely.
All right, we can go catch our plane to Isla Nublar, and we'll see you when we get back.
All right.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Thank you, Dr. Hammond. We're back.
We are back. We made it safely off the island. One of us may or may not have escaped the T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we get into talking about Unmatched?
All right, so let's get right into it. First off, art.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
It's beautiful. It's not over the top. It's exactly what it needs to be. It's a very classic look, a very tasteful. It has a very comic book feel. Like if
it has a very Mondo feel. That's
okay,
yeah. Like
yeah,
that's
you're more
if,
familiar with.
well,
Mondo.
if you what is it, Mondo? Like the vinyl records. Like it's all that type. You don't know the Mondo vinyl like the records.
Do they do their own covers?
Yeah, it's all they use
Okay.
their artists.
Yeah, then okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's all the same artist because that's what these cards look like. They're
Okay.
just very vibrant and
Yeah, the colors
trippy
pop.
and
Yeah, they have a very 70s
yeah,
feel, sort
very
of.
loud. They're very
Yeah, loud.
which is
As
great.
the kids
like
would say.
it fits though. Like I think the art, the production of this game is like you said. The figurines have a like a dark brush to them. They're not just one solid color. They give them like a
There's like it's a
I
gray
forget what it's
and,
called.
and
There's a certain
I don't
painting
know.
technique where it gives them like a black like shadow to
But
them.
yeah, it looks like you molded this out of gray clay, and then yeah, there is a little bit of a shadow
Yeah.
to it. I guess kind of out of like a Magna like comic book. It would kind of
Yeah,
look
yeah.
like because it's not colorful.
Yeah, so that like gives the figures a lot of detail. You can see how
They are incredibly
detailed they
detailed.
are. Yeah. Now we'll get into how do you feel about the game?
I did not like this game. Just like I played the original and I thought the original was good, just like the original Jurassic Park. And this game to me is very Jurassic World 2 and 3, where it's fine. I don't need them. I don't need to play this a game. Yeah, sure. There's a cool T-Rex. There's pretty colors. There's
So what is it about this game you don't like? Because I could tell
It's-
I've gotten good at reading you what games you like and games
Yeah.
you don't like.
I-
And when we played Volume 1, I knew like with the Alice version, I knew you weren't digging it, but I was like, all right, maybe it's just a day. You're not having a great, or it was like the last game we played at the end of the day too. I was like, maybe it's just burnout. Like 2 moves in, I could tell you were just like, this is the same. Like,
it's the
stuff.
same stuff.
Yeah.
It's just boring to
Okay.
me. The first time we played, it was a game of cat and mouse where I had to chase you and I never could. And you seem to always have the characters you are have these features that slow me down, and as they're supposed to. I did think that this game was thematic because you were, spoiler alert, he was Dr. Sattler and
Ian
and
Malcolm.
I was the T-Rex, and then you won. As it's supposed to be kind of, you would think maybe in the favor of the T-Rex because he does have more powerful attacks. But when I do a powerful attack, I most of the time I'm getting damaged.
Yeah, I didn't
And
understand that. Like, I know.
I think it's supposed to make it like thematic, like you're doing
Yeah.
these large attacks. I didn't really understand it either because I'm a
Yeah.
T-Rex. Why am I getting hurt if I'm trying to eat you?
Yeah, that was the one aspect of this. We'll get into more of the gameplay, but this is just kind of where we're maybe a poo-poo, and I don't understand why you would do a big attack and it would hurt yourself. Like, I just like if you need the T-Rex to be that hobbled, give him less health.
Yeah, because I
Your
had
character
27.
health.
You had 14 and 10 or something
Yeah.
like that. But this game to me is just it's boring. It's a very much. I think it's beautiful. It's just not my type of game.
Yeah.
Where we have played card games before, where it's all based, but it's very much okay. I could move once, and then I could move one space at a time. Where you have the ability to move a little bit quicker, which makes sense. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way I could say it. Like
Yeah, no, and I get that. That's
like
what
I don't get revved up or I don't get excited or let's play another round. Like one and done, I was fine. You know, the first time we played this, I got bit in the butt with the cards because once you run out of cards, you're done.
Yeah, you were burning through your deck, yeah.
So for this time, I wasn't, and I think that kind of bit me in the butt too because I wasn't getting everything. And then anytime I would attack you, you would have some crazy leaves that helped you, and we'll get into that. But yeah, this is just not a game that I would buy.
Yeah.
If you said to me, "Hey, we're getting together. Do you want me to bring this?" No, but if you really wanted to play it, I would say okay because I know you like it.
Well, as I buy more sets, you'll be playing it more, so.
Yeah. I hope not. I hope not. And I thought maybe the first time it was because of Alice, you know, but Alice had a
Complicated
similar
character, yeah.
sort of, but she had just like you had Ian Malcolm, she had the Jabberwocky, and I was like, okay, maybe I just didn't like that. And so I had the T-Rex who was simpler, just didn't like it. I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What is the price point on this box?
I think 30.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like the art, sure, that you're paying for the IP.
Yeah, you're paying extra for the IP because even the Marvel sets cost more than the regular base set. So.
And that makes complete sense. And I like the board. The board is when the T-Rex breaks out in the first movie, and they're in the cars. Like that's the set, and I think that's cool. But it's just boring to me.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's not for you. I enjoy this game. I'm not saying I'm like over the moon about it, but I enjoy how simple it is, and maybe that's just not for you because
No, I like simple because simple helps me to, play with my wife or lets me not think. We're recording this on a Wednesday after work, and I would prefer a simple game. Like, we have shared on Instagram that I've played Dice Throne, and that is a relatively simple game, but also a little bit complex, and I love that game.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's the simpleness of it because I really much do enjoy a simple game. It
just doesn't click. And that's it. I mean, sometimes you don't need a reason.
I thought the IP would help. It didn't, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Yeah.
All right.
But I'm glad that you enjoyed it, especially because you bought it. But
Yeah. Well, I know I did because I have the other set. So
Yeah.
I want to keep buying these if I was like, oh, it stinks. It's just, I get it. It's not a game that is like, wow. But this is a game that's like, I enjoy having my collect because it's quick. That's the other thing. It's a quick play. Like, it's not grueling. It's not, the map is so small. Your characters are close and it's pop, stuff's happening.
And to that point, like at the end of the game, I knew I was just running out the clock for you to finally kill me. Like there was options for me to go back up and go back down, but I knew that once, I got to a certain point, I was just waiting for you to kill me.
Yeah.
And that bothers me. Like I should always have sure, okay, I'm down to 4 health. Like I know it's out.
But
I was at
bad draw too sometimes.
Oh, true.
Yep.
But I was down to 10 and I was like, this is over.
Yeah, you had no healing that we could tell. I healed back up somehow. So
that too, but it is quick. I will say, give it points for quickness, simpleness, art, beautiful. This is one that I like the box. The aesthetic is great. So this is a good shelf presence.
Yeah.
Even a good table presence. But in terms of just for me, it may suit you listeners out there, but for me, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So I don't. This does not get my stamp of approval. But we've talked enough about the game. Let's talk about how
it plays.
How we play.
Yeah. So in Unmatched, as RP said, it's a map. The overlay is that it's the scene where the T-Rex is breaking out. There's Jeep slipped on the board. The board is very tiny. Like, I don't even know what the exact dimensions is, but it's small enough that your characters are, like, right in each other's face. And it's gridded off by colored circles. And that's your movement. So your characters can move too. They are moving in these little circles, nothing complicated. And they're also colored. So like 6 of the circles might be, like, green. And then one will be, like, half yellow. And then there's another 6 that have, like, yellow. So that helps you with, like, range. So some characters can shoot. So it's like anyone in the yellow, you could shoot. Like, it's that simple. It's not, like, you don't need, like, a measurement or anything.
Right,
it's
yeah.
just very, like, he's here, I can hit him because I'm in yellow, he's in yellow. Boom, boom. And then there's just lines in between each circle so you know where to move. Movement's very simple. And then each character has a miniature on the board, and we also have a deck of cards that are individual to each character. And you draw 5, and you kind of just go from there. And then there's 4 types of cards. There's an action card, which can do, like, heal 3, draw 2 cards. Like, it's just kind of like that, nothing special. Or there's an attack card that has a little, like, starburst at the top. Those are cards you can attack the other players with. There's blue defend cards, which have a shield, and that's how you defend. And then there's purple ones that have, like, a half attack and then a half shield. And so what you do is you have 2 actions you could do each turn. You can draw a card and move your character as many spaces as you're allotted, or you can attack, and that's kind of it. Like, it's nothing too complicated. When you move, if the T-Rex had 1 movement, you moved 1 circle. You can discard your cards, and there's another number on the card, and you can move extra. Discarding your cards is bad because as your deck runs out, if you can't draw any more cards, you start taking damage.
Yeah, and that's essentially game over. If you
Yeah,
get to that
so
point.
then you're just
running the clock out.
your other character could just run away as you're getting pinged for, like, 1 damage. Attack, it's basically rock paper scissors. Like, at that point, kind of like it's just
it's like war.
Yeah, or it's war. Yeah, so
the card game war. You put your cards down.
I
you
put
flip.
a card face down. RP puts his card face down. We flip them over. There's a number. So if my attack does 3,
but I have to have a shield.
Yes, you have to play a defense card,
which is what screwed because the T-Rex does not have a lot of defensive cards.
Mm-hmm. So I would play attack of my card did 2, his card does 3 defense. I do nothing to him, and then there sometimes would be little flavor text of, like, if you won the battle, draw an extra card.
Mine was always draw a
Yeah.
card, 1 extra action, and a number of damage, which was just super freaking annoying.
You had some that were like your attack was 5, and then you draw an additional 3 damage, but then take 3 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, interesting. Like, if you're gonna make it that hobbled,
Who
lower the health.
tested this?
Lower the health.
Who play tested this?
That was kind of it. So the T-Rex was just a brute.
Yeah.
Like, that was it. There was no real.
I enjoyed being able to attack from 2 spaces away.
Yeah,
where
'cause
before
he's so
I
big.
used to be right up on you. But yeah, he is a brute.
Yeah, T-Rex was just attack. He had no real finesse to him. Dr. Sattler and Malcolm had this mechanic where they would, wherever they moved, they put down this little leaf token. It was called an insight. So it's basically them, like, strategizing and, like, assessing the situation. Like, that was, like, what it's supposed to represent. And every time they moved, they dropped one of them. And then I think I had a max of 5.
And those.
And they did wild things. Like, they were super effective. Where, like, if I would attack, and the one card said this attack is equal to how many of those insights are on the board. So I had a card that would do like 7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
There was one that was after I defend it, I healed that many that were on the board. I had another one in my hand where I could move to any leaf after a defense. So it's like I could get hit and then just teleport to the other side of the board, essentially. Like, somehow. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean that's it. Yeah, that's this game of where you have to keep. It's like cat and mouse. It's the only way I could put it. Where you got to run after the other person, and half the time it was me chasing you, and then you would do something, and then be able to run up on me, attack, and run away.
Yeah.
Bunch of BS.
So
Like I said, who play tested this
well,
game?
So we'll probably never play any of the other versions,
No.
but
Well,
I'm
maybe
curious.
the Marvel one.
I'm curious. Yeah, like I'm curious to mix because
Like I'm willing to
try.
try.
Yeah,
And also be curious. It'd be fun to see like Moon Knight take out a T-Rex.
that's exactly. So you can mix and match again. Where
But I'd rather do that with Funkoverse.
yeah, I think Funkoverse does this game
Better.
better and more fun. I'll give it that. If you said, I have a gun to your head,
I have a gun to your head.
and you have to get rid of all your Unmatched or all your Funkoverse. Unmatched is gone. Like
Yeah.
like Funkoverse just more
If only
fun.
Funko bought Mondo,
Ah,
which we'll get to.
we'll get to.
Um,
So that's it. Like I said, it's not. It's a quick game. It's beautiful. It has great production. I enjoy it. I don't love it. I'm not like
it's nothing spectacular.
yeah.
I don't want to say it's not special because it does feel somewhat unique to itself with the themes, but it's just a card game.
Okay.
You know,
You don't have to defend it if it
I'm
doesn't.
not like
yeah.
but I don't want to poo-poo it
And
and
you-
say it's not even like original because it
Yeah.
does feel somewhat original. There's things in this game that I've never played before in a game. But then there's also the attack method, which I mean, how creative can you get with an attack method where cards
It would either be more
yeah,
dice
or
or
dice,
more, yeah.
exactly. So like I'm not, but it's nothing special to
Okay.
me. It's like I said, trying to be the first Jurassic Park, and it's more like Jurassic World 2, or even Jurassic Park 2 or 3. I'd love to Ian Malcolm, but I am a Dr. Grant person.
Yeah, I think when it was originally announced, it wasn't even Sattler. It was Grant.
I like her a lot.
But I think it was Grant and maybe like the kids. I want to feel like this was announced like 4 years ago, and for some reason it got delayed, probably because of COVID.
Probably.
And when it came back out, it was Sattler and Malcolm, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, the art on this box is cool too. Like I said, this would be a cool game. Like this gets eyes. Like if you're in a game store, I was like, oh, a Jurassic Park game. Like let me look at this. And I don't know. I love Jurassic Park. However, I did not love this game.
It's fine. You don't have to keep. It's fine. Just let it die.
Like they should have. Like they should have after the first movie. Just let Jurassic Park
We
die.
will not be reviving this game with an amber mosquito. It is dead.
Yeah, if I saw it in amber, I would leave it.
All right. So we keep teasing it. We got some news. Recently, Funko, our favorite vinyl giant-headed friends and board game creators now.
That are not allowed in my house anymore.
Yep, not allowed to buy any more Funkos.
But there was a good trade-off, and when we get to it, I'll talk about it.
So Funko has acquired the movie merch maker Mondo. And as I kind of said, Mondo Games helped create this.
Yeah, they
Game.
manufactured this game.
So it's interesting
Like
if that'll affect anything. If you don't know what Mondo is, it was owned by the theater chain the Alamo Drafthouse.
Yep.
And they produced vinyls.
Oh,
they
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They produce vinyls, they produce posters, games, and other type of collectibles. I'm mostly known for their posters and their vinyl records because I always see one. I'm like, man, that looks really cool. I don't have a record player, so why would I ever need it? But if
A lot of people just collect records just to collect them.
Mondos are definitely the ones that you'd want to collect. Like they've done Jaws ones, and I'm pretty sure the Jaws record itself had like red water in it, like blood, kind
That's
of, and
awesome.
like when it spun, like all the
Yeah, so I just looked it up.
Yeah.
And these, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so they're very cool, but however, they're always impossible to find. They're always sold out immediately. They're always quadruple the price like a week later. So Funko getting them could be good or bad. This deal comes a month after Funko picked up a new batch of shareholders, one that we know, Bob Iger.
What?
Bob Iger bought 25% stake of Funko.
Holy crap.
Yeah, him and some other investors, but Bob Iger specifically got 25%
Smart man.
stake of Funko.
I mean, it's a smart idea. They literally are partnered with everything. So
Like,
it's not a dumb move.
Yeah, and they're not going anywhere.
No, people
If
love
anything,
them.
they're getting better. Funko said they will run Mondo business as usual. They also bought Loungefly a couple years ago, which
Oh, really?
I didn't know about. which just shows.
Explains more of the IP stuff for
Yeah.
Loungefly too.
But it just shows that business as usual. They didn't change it up. They just added more big-headed characters onto Loungefly stuff, and
Yeah, there is actually, now you say that, there is a Disney Funko Dapper Dan's Loungefly bag that I've seen.
So that's just
wow, that's interesting. I
yeah.
didn't know that.
So it's just business as usual. They just add more IP to stuff. So
Just
hopefully that's what they do
Printing
with
money,
Mondo.
man. Just printing money.
Yeah. So hopefully with Mondo, you'll probably just see more cool posters, but with big-headed, dead-eye characters. And I'm hoping that, I don't know how like licensing and contracts work, but they have more IP for Unmatched.
Sure.
Because Restoration also puts out the game, so I don't know again how contracts work. I
Sure.
don't know if them buying Mondo has any effect on this game, but it would be cool to have
Probably
more.
not, especially
Yeah.
if they want to keep it business as usual. It might just turn to
But I'm saying
their
hope,
Funko house printing it out. That's
but
probably
or they just
Or
have
they-
options to more IP now.
it. Yeah, or they just improve it.
Yeah,
Because
Improve
I think
it?
it
What are
would
you
need
talking
to.
about?
What's that?
improve it. It's perfect.
They would. I think in terms of licensing and contracts, like and stuff like that, they might have a better partnership
Mm-hmm.
with through Funko, but they still would need to relicense it
Yeah.
under, because it's a different thing from
Yeah.
Funko and Unmatched. I'm
Or
sure.
just them keep it separate.
Yeah.
Funkoverse and Unmatched.
Yeah,
Just keep them separate.
I'm sure they
separate
will.
but equal.
I'm sure they're, if they keep making them, I'm sure they're doing very well. So they don't need to
Mm-hmm.
combine them, and they probably don't necessarily want people to know that they own both either.
Yeah. So I thought that was
Or
interesting.
maybe they do, because people trust the Funko name.
Yeah. Thought that was interesting. Just Funko
Yeah.
putting more under its wing. Every time I think, oh man, Funko must be doing bad, they
No.
just keep buying
Friend-
more stuff.
Friends of the Instagram too. They share our stuff sometimes, which is
That's
pretty
right.
cool.
Funko games. They
That's
are
pretty cool.
friends. We actually
That's pretty cool.
message each other pretty frequently.
That's actually pretty cool.
In other news, remember I said I was done with Magic the Gathering?
You liar.
The new D&D set is out.
Another one?
Exactly as you called it. So I said I was done with the last set. You said I pretty sure you said until they release more.
Yep.
And a new set is coming out. Magic the Gathering, D&D, Baldur's Gate. So Baldur's Gate is a setting in Magic the Gathering, mostly from their video games. They made a bunch of video games called Baldur's Gate for like the PC and everything. So it has a lot of cool characters from that world. And one of the characters' name is Minsk and Boo, which is probably one of the most famous
Okay.
D&D characters. It's a hunter character that has a miniature giant space hamster as like a pet. So it's this hulking guy and then this cute little hamster. So in D&D, space hamsters are hamsters that are the size of cows,
Okay.
or like bigger sometimes.
Okay.
This one was miniaturized by a spell, so it's essentially just a hamster.
That's cute.
So it's just a weird backstory. It's not just a hamster; it's a giant space hamster, but it's a
miniature.
regular size hamster.
I like that creativity. That's why they're the suits.
Well,
and-
yeah, that's why D&D just is weird. It has a lot of the other characters if you ever played the game. They have like fun mechanics, just like the other Magic sets and D&D sets. One of them is there's a card called like Under the Dungeon or something like that, and you play another game of Magic under the table,
That's too much.
and your health is 5.
That's too much.
And whoever the winner is picks any 2 cards from anywhere in their deck and puts them in their hand, which is huge. That's a big deal.
Yeah, no.
But it's just fun. Like, oh.
That's fun if you're into that. That's too much for me. I liked Magic too. So, maybe not on a Wednesday during the week, but I would.
No, definitely.
I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I think
There's already a lot going on the table already.
that's a special card, though. Okay. There's other weird cards, but that was one that stuck out.
So
to
are
me.
you like playing somebody else under the table?
No, you're playing the same player. You and I play that card, and then you and I crawl under the table.
I'm out.
On our bellies and play under the table.
I'm out. I would
until
just
I play that card.
I would say, okay, well, yeah, I'm not getting on the floor. We can play this way, but I'm not getting.
You can play on the table if
Yeah.
you want. If you want to be boring, that's fine.
Well, sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. That's very interesting. That's very cool, and that's what keeps Magic relevant. All
Yeah.
these different things and keeping people interested. And while I say now, like I sound like an old grump, but that is actually pretty cool. And I would be laughing if they were playing that way.
So I'll be buying
Oh,
a couple of those starter boxes on Friday, probably. I think it comes out this week. So I'll be dropping $80, $90, $100 on
Thank
two
God
boxes of Magic that
your wife doesn't listen.
That I will never play. She doesn't listen anymore. That's why I can say whatever I want. We can tell all the real prices of things now.
True. That's true.
I thought that was exciting and fun
I
because
think that is. It's
I
very,
literally said I was done with it.
that's a game
they
that, like we
dragged
said,
me
that's
back in.
one of the first games, and that's
Mhm.
a card playing games.
And it's evergreen. They
Yeah.
just
They
it never
continue
ends.
to exactly.
I swear it's like a new set every 4 months.
I mean, you're going on what, almost 30 years with that, and they continue to keep themselves relevant and
Yep.
cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome for
bigger
them.
than
Good
ever.
for them. Good for the community. And keeping it fun. There's a store right up the street from me that the parking lot's full every night because they have a separate room.
especially Fridays. Friday
Yeah,
night magic.
Friday
Yep.
night magic. It's packed. It's always packed with magic because they have their lights on. So at night you can see them driving by, and there's just tables lined, people playing magic, and
Money.
it prints money, honestly. But that's fantastic for them. It's fantastic for the community, and for, I know they're a big company, but they sell to local shops, and you're not just going directly to Target or Amazon. So it's good. It's really good. It's good to keep those local stores open. So I don't play Magic, but if I did, I would.
Yeah, I still got to
support it.
get a day where we do that, but we're always so busy. Every time we get together, we're like, we got to do this, and then we play
Oh, it's
Unmatched.
nice.
We're just going to keep playing Unmatched every time I see it till you like it.
This podcast would be over so quick.
Welcome to Unmatched Gamers.
Only if they were paying us. But no, yeah, that's awesome.
Another personal news. You and I are officially influencers.
Yeah, we're hot commodities now.
Yeah.
So watch out, guys.
Yeah, we got a weird email. Not even weird.
No,
it was
it's-
just surprising. It was a very surprising email
We
that
got
we
flattered.
laughed at. Yeah.
I was super flattered. I was like, wow.
Yeah. So in Ardmore, which is local to us, it's very local to me. This place is only like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's about a half hour from me. Ardmore, Pennsylvania.
Yep, Ardmore, Pennsylvania. There's opening a new restaurant, a gaming restaurant called 21 Pips, and they reached out to us to come out to a preview night for influencers and media.
Yeah, that's look, we do this for fun. So when we get to do fun stuff, it's a huge perk.
Yeah, this took us by surprise for sure.
I was like, was this intended for us? I thought at first it was spam, but it addressed it directly to Brian and RP, and I was like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah, on the list a year ago, if you'd have been like, you're invited to a... You're
I'd be like,
going to be
"What?"
invited to a special night.
Yeah, I mean,
I would have laughed at you.
it's one thing, when people send us games to review and post.
Even
and
that is so humbling. Like,
it's
it really
incredibly
is.
humbling. But I mean, we have a large following, so it makes sense, and we're active. You are active in the community
With the gram, yeah.
with the Instagram is a very visual medium, but to be able to be invited is incredibly awesome, and like not to like it's like a humble brag. Like,
It
hey,
is.
like
It
we
really
got
is.
invited to a media and influencers night, and hopefully we connect with some other people and make some friends, and we'll be able to show you guys what we saw and
Yeah.
share. However, as knowing how you are,
Yeah, it's going to be awkward.
well, no, it's not just that. Well, not that. You're not. I don't think you're
I'm
awkward.
very awkward.
Hey, you're funny. You're not awkward. You hate food around your games.
Yeah.
So this place, unless they're
But it's not my
providing
games.
the
Yeah, no, it's...
Okay,
So,
but I'm just saying,
do you know
like-
about board game cafes? Like,
Oh, I
this
know
is
they
an interesting idea.
No,
yeah.
they don't just have regular games sitting there, right? Do they have like interesting games?
So,
or-
this
Well,
is
babe.
actually an interesting topic because
Yeah.
you really don't know about
I
this.
don't.
So, there's this 21 Pips is... I'm trying to
Are
think...
they a chain?
No, but it's owned by, I think, the same people who have Thirsty Dice in Center City, Philadelphia, which is another...
We've been invited there, like not
With-
by them, but by,
by,
people showing off the games.
Yeah,
but
we got
Barcadia, right?
Yeah, Heroes of Arcadia invited us out for that night. From Rollacrit. Rollacrit invited us out.
Rollicrit.
So I think it's another establishment for the same owner of that guy. So how these type of places work are they're regular restaurants and eateries, and they have like a wall of games.
Oh, okay.
So they have Monopoly, Jenga, but then they could have Unmatched, they could have
Villainous.
Villainous, they could have a variety of games, trivia games, they could have
Dice Throne.
Dice Throne. Keep naming games you like.
Yeah.
That's it, Villainous. That's
Yeah.
it.
Jungle Cruise. did
Jungle
not like
Cruise,
that.
Haunted Mansion. So and then you just kind of, depending on how this establishment works, you just pick a game off the shelf and you play and eat, hang out. Usually you have to reserve a table for a specific time
Makes sense.
allotted, so you're not just sitting there all day.
Yeah.
But
That's cool. I did not know.
yeah, so I think this establishment is going to be the same. It's
I'm excited.
yeah,
Looking
going to be
forward to
food,
it.
alcohol, and board games. Three of my favorite things.
And free.
Yeah, free. We're going to be wine,
Dined
dined.
and 69. RP cut
Got
that.
to put the Kevin Malone sign it.
I will leave it. It's Kevin Malone. You guys get it if you like The Office. But that's awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. We'll be there on Tuesday. This episode comes out this Friday. We're going to be there the following Tuesday.
So we'll probably might have an episode
Well, we
between
will.
the next.
Check out our Instagram. We'll talk about it on our Instagram. That's
Yeah, you'll
totally
see it
awesome.
on the gram, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
At a future time.
But really looking forward to that. That's really fun and exciting, and
Yeah.
it's something cool.
It's extremely humbling. I mean, we already have a lot of people, especially with the summer starting, we have a lot of people reaching out and saying great things. People are enjoying it, which is amazing. Like our listenership is strong, and
Yeah, that's
like a lot of
consistent.
I feel like we're picking up new people because of the
film.
Monday discussion. So, and we're only one in, and I'm incredibly happy and humbled with how well we are doing for such a fun thing. Like we didn't start this to be influencers or make money, because we're losing money. But
we started this to hang out. Really.
yeah, it started just to hang
just
out,
make a podcast.
and we have fun doing it. Hopefully that translates.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it does.
Yeah.
If not, I'm telling you, we have fun doing it.
Yeah. Once we don't, this
Yeah.
is done.
Done, yeah. But yeah, so I look forward to that, and we'll keep you guys posted on that.
Okay, so that wraps up this episode. We'll just give you a heads up. Our Monday discussion, things just kind of didn't work out that we couldn't get together.
Yeah, life happens.
For that, we had some plans, but
However, as I said in the beginning of the episode, previously recorded has been tackling Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. So we're gonna put something on Monday too, in case you don't make it to this far in the episode. But we're gonna direct you over to there, and I'll include the link to the feed, and we'll post it on Twitter and Instagram. But go head over, check out those episodes. They're silly. We have a lot of fun. There is in the episode, however, an audio issue. The marks are on the episode. I do apologize. My computer stinks sometimes. The way the cookie crumbles, we're working on that. But we also just discussed Jurassic World and Jurassic World 2 with no audio issues. But we have a lot of fun. All the information you need is in there. It's jam-packed. So that'll be our Monday Blockbuster discussion. We'll be actually over on Previously Recorded.
Yeah, and if
so
you
can check that out.
And if you never listen to Previously Recorded, or don't know if we mention all the time, that's RP's podcast. He's a co-host on here, but he's the lead over there.
Yeah.
And it's a great podcast if you haven't listened. So this is a great opportunity. It is. It's a great opportunity to try that out. Maybe discover a new favorite podcast.
It's a very different vibe than this one. Sometimes, me and Brian, we have a very good rapport, but Shane and Bob, it's a different atmosphere. It's more silly. It's more goofy. And we go off
casual.
Yeah, very casual. The way I always described it is you're drinking beer with your buddies around the microphone.
Yeah, and the Jurassic Park episode is especially fantastic.
Yeah,
you guys add a really cool element that I will leave for the listeners to discover.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that one. Probably the most fun that we've had back to back on episodes. Just like it's just been a great time. So yeah, so check it out on Monday. Check it or now. Just check it out. Previously recorded. We were calling ourselves Jurassically Recorded for this rewatch, but go check it out. Shameless plug. Go check it out. Remember, rate, like, and subscribe as well. Get your popcorn ready, because this is just the beginning of the Blockbuster Summer.
Thanks for listening.
All right, bye-bye.
Be kind. Subscribe. I love you.
Bye.